What extraordinary times we live in. I wonder what this lockdown has looked like for you, as our normal has changed dramatically. Many of us, I think, have had to stop doing things that previously felt really important. At this time, perhaps, you, like many others, have found that you have asked questions about what are the things that really matter. What are the things that feel really important, and what are those things that sustains us when times are feeling really uncertain? In this small series of videos, we will look at some of the things that people here in St. Paul's Oadby have thought about during lockdown, where we have found meaning, hope, and we have found something that sustains us throughout it all. In this, our first video, we are going to look at prayer. During lockdown, I think many of us have at times felt lonely, isolated, perhaps even frustrated at not being able to see our family and friends. But at what could have been a hopeless time, many of us have also discovered new things that sustains us, gives us peace, and helps us through difficult moments. I've had many conversations with people where prayer has become that source of comfort and hope during lockdown. Here at St. Paul's in Oadby, prayer has always formed part of what we do as a community. But during lockdown, people have discovered prayer in new ways.
Before lockdown, I'd walk to work, or at least part of the way to work. And of course, I'm working from home now, so I don't have that walk to work. I'm now praying more for the local neighbourhood. So when I walk around the neighbourhood, like walking past the schools, praying for the teachers and the pupils, it's such a challenging time for them.
I think I've been more aware of God's presence. I think that's the thing. And so because I've been more aware of God's presence, then I've felt the need to pray, but in a more natural way, not a forced way.
God knows us and he wants to listen to us, he cares for us.
Well, I believe that as I pray, God hears me pray. And I know that my words aren't wasted and that God does hear every prayer. And this does give me comfort and strength.
Prayer really helps me to focus on the things that matter and to kind of see the bigger picture.
Because whichever way I pray, I know that God hears my prayer.
It's knowing that no matter what difficulties we're facing, God is with us. And I think praying helps to remind us of that, helps us to remind us of God's blessings.
I thank him for memories, for the light that turns green just at the right time.
I pray anywhere and everywhere. I don't necessarily have a special place to pray.
I also like or just find myself praying when I'm just doing everyday things. So I might be in the kitchen cooking and something might come to my mind that I pray for.
And prayer isn't just always about asking God for something. Prayer is praising God and thanking him for his goodness.
Like on Mondays, I pray about work, on Tuesdays on something else, and so on through the week.
So if I'm anxious about something, then I just find myself sending short prayers up to God as I'm going about my kind of daily life, doing whatever it is I'm doing.
I know that God hears all my prayers, even though sometimes I think he doesn't, but I know deep down that God hears all of my prayers.
I wouldn't say that it always works out the way I want, but I know that the Lord knows what is best.
Sometimes God answers with a yes. Sometimes God answers with a no. Sometimes he answers not yet.
After some time, I realized that actually the answer is much, much better than what I had thought was the thing to ask.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, he's got a plan for us and he's working things out for our good.
And so, yes, anybody and everybody can pray.
I hope these stories have inspired you to think a little bit about prayer and how it can be a source of comfort during uncertain times. Another rather lovely thing about prayer is that it is something that we can offer to one another. Please pray for us here at church that we might be a gift to our community at this time. And we'd love to pray for you too. Please send us an email or a message. It would be great to hear from you. If you want to find out more about our church or you have questions about faith, please do get in touch. And in the new year, we're going to be running an Alpha course, which is a safe space to explore and ask questions. Details about how to join in with that is in the description to this video. Go well today, and may God bless us all.